Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Mod Squad. I am Lisa, and today we've got a very special kind of mini flow here. This is just a little bit of something, because we all have those days, all have those workouts where it kind of feels like everything hurts and everything's a little bit sore. So the focus of this flow is just some kind of nice, easy stretching and some easy movements just to kind of get the blood flow, get everything feeling back and where it needs to be so that we can hit our workouts back where we want them to be. So I love to start yoga practices in child's pose, so that's where we're going to jump to first. So we want to think about bringing the big toes together, let the knees come nice and wide, and then our hips are just going to sink back. I'm going to let our fingertips walk towards the top of the mat. So you can maybe bend the elbows, let the forearms come to rest. Always an option to kind of maybe rock side to side. This kind of allows us to start stretching into the hips, and just let the forehead relax down towards the mat. And then just take a nice few deep breaths here. So now we're going to kind of stretch through our arms and through the sides here. So we're just going to walk the hands over to the right side, left hand on top of the right, and then think about pressing our hips back towards our heels, reaching those fingertips long. You're going to get a nice stretch down the side here. So you can hold this here for as long as you'd like. Always the option to pause the video, come back to it when you've held it for as long as you want. Now we're going to walk it over to the left side, bringing that right hand to the top. Again, sink those hips back, reach through the fingertips. Get in a nice deep stretch here. So now we're going to bring the hands back to center. We want to stretch through our triceps here. So we're going to bring the palms together, thumbs up toward the ceiling. And now leading with the thumbs, we're going to reach those thumbs back behind the head. And again, just hold it here, relaxing for as many breaths as feels comfortable. Reach those fingertips back. Bringing it back to all fours. Getting into nice positioning. We want those shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Crowd favorite, let's move through some cat-cow. So we want to think about tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin, let that spine arch into cat. And when we move through cow, we want to think about opening up those collarbones towards the top of our mat. Bring that tailbone up toward the ceiling. So this is a nice one. We'll kind of stretch through our back here. And maybe cow feels especially nice, so hold here for a couple of breaths. Maybe it's cat that feels better. Always just kind of moving nice and slow with our breath. So now we're going to bring it back to our neutral all fours, and we're going to come into down dog. So we want to make sure our fingers are spread nice and wide, planting the palms. Let's tuck our toes, press the hips up toward the ceiling. So now this is going to allow us to kind of stretch through the shoulders and stretch through our calves and hamstrings. So we just kind of want to pedal those heels back and forth. So we're just going to nice and slow challenge each heel down toward the mat. So we're going to bring that right knee in front of the left, press that left heel down, bending that knee. Let's take it to the other side. So bend the left knee, press the right heel down towards the mat. So now as we bring both feet back together, we're going to stretch through our shoulders just a little bit more. So I want you to bend both knees. Think about pressing your chest back toward the top of your thighs. And then as we straighten those legs, challenging those heels down towards the mat. Pressing through the palms. Don't let those elbows bend. We're going to bend the knees, press the chest back. Straightening those legs. Challenge those heels down. One more time here. Bend both knees, press through those palms. Stretch through our shoulders here. And then straightening those legs. Nice job. So now we're going to lift that right leg up nice and tall. And then bringing that right foot to the outside of our right hand, we're going to drop that left knee. So we're going to bring it into a little bit of lizard pose. So we want to think about letting the knee start to open, like it's trying to drop down toward the mat. So we don't want to round the shoulders. We want to keep them down and away from our ears. A nice line from the top of our head through the back of that left heel. And if you want, you can always kind of make some circles with the hip. This just is kind of stretching both the inner and outer thigh here. Take it nice and tall. Now we're just going to heel toe that right foot to the center between our hands, and then bringing that chest nice and tall, we're just going to press now our left hip forward. So now you can keep those hands to the top of the leg. If you want a little bit of an arm stretch here, you can reach those arms up nice and tall. Maybe you want to think about opening the chest more, so bring it into cactus arms. And when I think about squeezing those elbows down towards our side, just kind of allows us to open the chest, tuck that tailbone. Excellent job, guys. So bring those hands down. Let's walk that foot back. Again, getting ourselves set in our nice down dog, hips up, nice and tall. Left leg is going to come up, and we're going to slowly bring it to the outside of that left hand. Let the right knee drop. And again, chance to just kind of make some circles here. Maybe think about just holding it. Let that knee relax and open. Opening up those collarbones. Now during these stretches, because we're not moving fast and furious here, it's really important that we focus our breath. So you just want to be inhaling and exhaling. Don't hold your breath if something hurts. Just kind of back off a little bit. Find something that you can feel the stretch, feel things moving, but really, as we inhale and exhale, that lets everything move through. Nice work, guys. So bringing that left foot center, rise that chest up, tucking our tailbone under, press the right hip forward, chest nice and tall. Again, option either to reach those fingertips straight up overhead, or maybe bringing them wide like goalposts or cactus arms. Nice job. Okay, so we're going to bring those hands back down to the mat and bringing it back to all fours. We're going to come into seated here. So we're going to take that right leg out, keeping that left foot to the inside of the thigh. Let the forearm just come to rest on the top of the leg, and we're just going to reach our left arm straight up toward the ceiling. And then we're just going to gently bring that left hand to the outside of the right foot. So our goal is to kind of keep our torso twisted a little so that it comes towards the top of our thigh. We want to feel that stretch back in our hamstring here, keeping our toes, our foot flexed, toes up toward the ceiling. And again, not straining here, but kind of challenging yourself. Again, always hold it for as long or as little as it feels good. Let's take it to that left side here. So bringing that left arm down. Let's take that right arm up, nice and tall. Reaching those fingertips up here. And taking that right hand to the outside of the left foot. Little twist over to that left side. As we inhale and exhale here. Perfect. So now we're going to take a little inner thigh stretch. So bringing those feet together, pull them back as close to those heels back towards your center here. You can always wrap the fingertips around the toes if that feels nice, or maybe you just kind of want to bring them up to the shins. I always kind of like to use my elbows to give my knees a little bit of extra help to press down here, keeping that chest nice and tall. And then we're gonna release those toes forward a little bit so that the legs kind of create a diamond shape. And then we're just gonna fold forward just a little bit. Nice job. Last little stretch here. We're gonna get the outsides of our legs here. So feet onto the mat. We're gonna take that right foot, bring that ankle to the top of the left knee, and then just kind of play with the position of that left foot. So the further out it is, the more relaxed the stretch is, a little more intense. We're gonna bring that left foot back. So hands back behind us. Keep that chest tall. We're gonna push the right knee forward. So you should feel it on the outside of that right hip. So we want that right foot flexed. Don't let it get lazy here on us. Nice job. And then we're gonna shake it out. Plant the right foot. Bring that left foot across. Again, chest up, nice and tall, flexing that left foot. Press the knee out. Think about opening up the collarbone, trying to lift your heart up toward the ceiling. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Excellent job. Shake everything out. Give yourself a nice round of applause. So this is a great little quick movement, just trying to kind of hit everything to get yourself moving, things not quite as sore next time. So if you have any hints, tips, tricks, things you would like to see on a future Mod Sqaud episode, be sure to email me at themodsquadsf@gmail.com, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.